the caterpillar and the palmer worm has eaten, I will restore. Even everything the enemy has taken away from you, the Lord will restore everything in hundredfold in the mighty name of Jesus. Battle is the Lord's, it is mine. I will find, says the Lord. You've been down in the valley, it's time to get up and rise to the top. You feel rejected and humiliated by those whom you love. All the way to the locust is eating, and you are frightened. I will restore. Giving over me, turn your backs on me. Oh Lord, why me? I've been through the fire, through thick and thin, but yet I'm still standing. All the ways to the low cost of eating.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me this very wonderful morning. Um, it's another moment by the grace of God. And I want to just quickly congratulate you guys because coming here is not a joke. And if you are able to make it to on this show today, I want to just let you know that God uh, is planning something cool, something wonderful for you. What I need you guys to do for me quickly is share this broadcast because I want to share something very, very important with you guys for this year, 2024, as we go further in the year. So if you are on Facebook, please go ahead and share this broadcast. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and share. And if you're on Instagram also, please do so. Share this broadcast real quick because I have a guest coming on the show that is going to be opening our eyes to see how to boost our life, boost our monthly income, and reduce the stress that we're going through every day of our lives. So many of us we jump in the shower in the morning, get dressed up, run all around, and we go. Um, and then a time will come that you get a little tired in your life, that you feel like I don't want to do this anymore, and the stress will actually make you stagnant, which is not actually very good for anybody. And that's why I'm bringing my guest again to come on the show to show us how to boost our monthly income and reduce the stress in our lives. All right. And I believe you guys are ready for her. She's joining me on the show at the moment. Hello, my sister. How you doing today?
Good to see you again. I'm
Nice,
doing
nice.
great.
All right. So what do we have today?
As always, I always want to make sure that I add value and help as many people as possible. Because when I started this journey, someone actually called me to say, Coach Rene, I think you can actually help people. You shouldn't keep this knowledge and information to yourself. And that's how Agile Business School started. Just someone telling me that you have a gift and you must help as many people as possible.
Wow. All right. Now, before we go further from here, can you just introduce it? Even though a lot of my followers, they know you already. They already say, "Oh, the best coach." Da 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 da. But we want to know you. Who are you?
So my name is Irene. My students call me Coach Rene. I'm originally from Delta State, Nigeria. I did grow up in Nigeria. I came to America about 5 years ago. Started as a CNA, but my drive and push for success pushed me into IT. And then I started off as a business analyst. And then I started coaching people on the side just because I loved helping people. And then over time, I had people telling me that I should help more people in a more structured fashion. And so that's what I'm doing with Agile Business School. I am literally putting up a structure to help as many people as possible get into the IT space and not come into America stuck in thinking they would be limited to being CNAs or PCA or go to nursing school or do all those stressful jobs that really won't have financial value to your life.
Mm. Just give me a minute. People are disturbing me. All right. So Irene, let me ask you this. You 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 started as a CNA,
Hmm.
and right now you are actually on top of your game right this moment as a professional. At the same time, you're a coach right now. How long tell us the time frame between this time and this time.
I got into the country 5 years ago.
Okay.
Started as a CNA. Of course, we know all the struggle when you get into the
Let's
country
stop
trying to
right there
settle
for a
down.
minute. Let's stop right there for a minute. Now, you guys that are watching right now, some of you guys have been here for 20 years. Some of you guys have been here for 7 years. Some of you have been here for 40 years. And she got here 5 years ago. All right. I met a guy who actually walked into the United States 3 years ago. And this guy today actually owned an IT recruiting agency right now, 3 years ago. And this guy is making, I think he's making $5 per hour on each of his candidates. He will
Wow.
recruit them and send them out to companies to work, and he's making $5 an hour on like almost about maybe like 30 something people. All
That's
he needs to do is
impressive.
just to sit down in the office and just be waiting for his money to come. All right. So you got here 5 years ago, and within 5 years, you're able to turn your life around. Tell us the experience.
I think it was very tough in the beginning. Of course, those of us that have gone through the American journey trying to settle in would understand and they would relate. For 2 years, I was a CNA. I was struggling to set a balance for myself or set a goal for myself. But there was one thing I kept telling myself. I told myself, I'm not going to remain a CNA. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to remain a CNA. So what I did is that I looked back in Nigeria, what have I been doing? What are the skills that I've been doing in the job I've been handling back home in Nigeria? And how can I transition these goals into something valuable in the workspace, in the career space? I wanted to be a corporate American, right? And so based on that, I looked at myself. I have good communication skills. I manage projects, all of what can I do to put myself in corporate America? And then I started doing research, taking courses. I took lots of courses. I did some short training. I went to Harvard. I went to MIT to take some other short certification because just so that I can be more of an authority in that space. And so I actually started working 2 years into my stay here. Um, and then I literally had several good opportunities with big brands and big companies, and I was doing well until I thought I needed to add value because a lot of people come here stuck in that mentality that they can't get into corporate America. And I think that a lot of people should be in that space, especially us Nigerians, because we are so smart. We're street smart, we're book smart, we're intelligence smart, we're everything, but we don't know it. So beyond teaching people this field, I also teach them that confidence, that ability to go into places and try and do great things for themselves.
Wow. Wow. 2 years after, I mean, 2 years out of 5 years, you were a CNA. I'm telling you. All right. Apart from you being smart, I believe God actually um, was at the center of it, and he moved things around for you to
I
place
believe
you where
so.
you belong. All right. So let's go ahead and just listen to what we have today. I believe there's a training coming
Hmm.
very soon, and there's going to be a kind of a free training session or probably info session for the people who would love to go into uh,
Hmm.
business analytics and stuff. All right.
Yeah. So I would start from, I have a community channel that I would want people to join. That's a WhatsApp group where I share testimonials from students, people on the job, people in training, and just so that they can understand what this looks like. But on Saturday, 12 noon EST, that will be 11 a.m. CST, I do have a free session where we would have a chat. I will be sharing my screen. I'll be showing you what the training looks like. I'll be telling you so much value that you'll be gaining in the training, and I'll be telling you how you can actually position yourself. Sometimes I feel that people need that conviction to see that they can achieve things and to see that it's not a big deal. Because it's IT, but I focus on something I call product management. Product management is managing a product. And what's a product? Amazon is a product. Uber is a product. These people don't sleep. They keep enhancing their application. And that's where product management comes in. And like unlike other trainers, I don't train you to just be a business analyst. I teach you the whole product management package. This means that you will leave the class after 12 weeks with experience in managing product from the product owner or product manager perspective, business analyst perspective, scrum master perspective. Right. So it would be nice for you to join on Saturday. I put up the links on my story, on my page. We'll be sharing that in the chat as well. But let's have a chat for 1 hour. You can ask me any question. You meet some of my students that are on the job. Those are still in class, and they will share their experience as well.
Wow, that's great. Let me ask you this. I'm a little afraid because I've been in America for too long, probably like about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 years. And I'm a little afraid because I didn't get to complete my college education. And I'm a little afraid about that. What do you think could be done? Do I need to complete my university before going into IT?
That's a brilliant question. What I've observed in this country is that unlike Nigeria, you don't really need any qualification to do great things here. And that's good. That means America is truly a land of opportunity. But don't get me wrong, I have students from Canada, UK, even Nigeria that are in my class. But the point it remains that the product management space requires no experience, no qualification. What we do is that my training is almost like a boot camp. It's like an internship. You would be doing what you'll be doing in the workplace, but we will load you so much that when you're leaving with about 5 to 10 years experience in, of course, from the training. And most of my students that have gone through my training can attest to the fact that they get on the job and they actually are shocked at how much value they are adding to their team and to their company. So this is very feasible. At the end of the training, I also encourage my students to take some very easy certifications like Scrum Master, Product Owner certification, put together with the training. Then the 8 weeks additional training to prep you for interviews. My students get into interviews and they get the job ASAP.
Fantastic. So I don't want you guys to be afraid of anything. Some people, they've been calling me since last week, telling me about, oh, I don't have a degree, I don't have this, I don't have that. Now you've been able to hear that you don't need all that stuff. All they're
No.
looking for is someone that could sit down right in front of a computer and be able to work. They're just looking for the ability to do the job, not
Yes.
your certificate. So let me ask you this, Irene. How long will it take for me to go through your class and be able to get a job?
So there's 12 weeks. I usually advise my students don't apply in 12 weeks. Focus. We're teaching you three whole career in 12 weeks. Allow me concentrate. I teach you everything you need to not just survive, but to excel. After 12 weeks, then we start another 8 weeks. Even in that 8 weeks, I won't allow you to start applying the first 2 weeks. In that first 2 weeks, I want to package your resume to be an experienced hire. I have interacted with you for 12 weeks. I know your strength. I can say you can apply for a PO, BA role, or you can apply for Scrum Master or all three product management roles, right? Then we take it a step further, go to your LinkedIn page, we package your LinkedIn page as an experienced hire. And then we now start teaching you your skills. We have mock interviews. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about the projects you've handled. Knowing that you have handled these products in class, you can talk through it. Tell me about how you handle things through ideation to completion phase, things like that. We prepare you, we package you. Even you will know that, okay, I think I can start speaking to recruiters. So somewhere between 4 weeks into the 8 weeks interview preparation class, my students already start speaking to recruiters and they already start getting first, second leg, third level interview stage. Some people are lucky to get a job within the 8 weeks. Some people get a job after the 8 weeks.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Let me get the date again. When is the next class starting?
February 13th. The classes are usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. EST to 10:30 p.m. And then we have groups within class where they actually have to meet outside the 2 times a week just to do their project and get used to the applications because we give you up to 10 applications in class and you use them, right? So we need you to practice more so that you can actually claim that you're an experienced hire when you get on the job.
Wow. Now let me quickly do this. Today is a little different because we are using almost about three different gadgets here, so I'm a little distracted. I'm not able to flow. I have to be checking this, checking audio, and all kinds of stuff, making sure everything is going on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you guys: is it 2024 is going to be a great year? All right, we have already started on a good ground, and we're moving. All right, I'm seeing a little bit of I don't know. It's the green light is there for me because I'm looking at December 2024. I'm telling you, I am going to be able to afford anything I want to buy in my life because of what I'm doing right this moment. I'm taking courses, I'm doing trainings, and all kinds of stuff. And that's why I'm actually trying to encourage us that, guys, it's time for us to do what we're supposed to do. I always say this to you guys all the time. When you go to the Indians, when you go to the Chinese, when you go to the Jewish people, they work together. And this is actually the beginning of the whole stuff. When we teach you what to do, show you the direction to go. A lot of you don't, you're actually afraid. I don't have 6 years experience, like I said the other time. All right. When I started, the guy asked me, he said, do you have 6 years experience as a project manager? I said, no. It was like, but you're being a pastor for how long? I said, for over 30 years. It was like, that's 30 years of your experience. So sometimes you might not know. So you need these people to educate you, to teach you, to show you the way. You're actually a little afraid about some little stuff. They're going to teach you to be bold. All what the interviewers are looking for is just the boldness for you to answer the question and tell them I can do this stuff. And like I said to you guys the other day, when I got my first job, I went to to the job, and they assigned a guy to me to teach me from the beginning.
Yeah.
Everything. They're never going to leave you alone. They're not just going to push you on the computer and tell you to be doing the job because their own, the policy of companies, differs. So when you come into the job, the guy came into my office and was like, this is the mouse. I was like, yeah, I know this is the
Yes, I
mouse.
know that.
It was like, yeah, this is your computer. I was like, yes, I know this is my computer. And then he started going in like from elementary part of it all the way to the job itself. So you don't have to be afraid of anything because they're going to take you through it. And so many people have been calling me about Irene. They were like telling me she is super good. I've been able to get a job. I've been able to do this. So many people are actually, leaving nursing jobs, leaving other professions to come into this. And this is going to make your life very easy because it's possible for you to get a job working from home. And then when you work from home, you have time for your children, you have time for your husband, and you're going to have time for yourself. Instead of you getting up in the morning and you're tired and you're weak and sometimes you get sick and all kinds of stuff, this is going to cancel all that. And at the same time, you're going to be able to make six-figure salary. When you talk about six-figure salary, think about what could $10,000 do in my life? Right now, some of us are managing 5,000. Some of us are managing 4,000. Some people managing 3,000. Now think about it. What could $10,000 do in your life? You're
With
going to be
less
able
work.
and less work. You're going to be able to buy houses. You're going to be able to buy the kind of car you like. You're going to be able to go on vacation. You put your kids in best schools and stuff, and then you dress good. And it's going to show on your face because you're going to be smiling. And when you go to church, the that killing enemy part of it will not be your own prayer point anymore. Your prayer point is going to be, God, I just thank you, God. I just thank you, God. You'll find out that your life is going to have meaning. All right. And that's why I'm bringing her in one more time, on the show for you guys to be able to benefit from the training that is coming. Now she is actually putting a free session together for all of you guys. You are not paying a dime for this. You're only going to attend the class. She's going to put you through the whole stuff. And if you feel like this is what you want to do in your life, those people who signed up the first time, they are not regretting right now. The ones that signed up the second time I brought her, they are not regretting right now. And you are not going to regret this also if you can make up your mind right now to just go to the bottom of the screen right now. You're going to see a telephone number right there. It's 1-860. Group, and that is where you're going to get the all info that is needed. And I want to let you know this too. She will give you a one-on-one session also, just to know where you're coming from, what you've been doing before, and how you can actually convert what you have, your experience, to the new job that you're about to get. And another thing, somebody told me Irene will never leave you alone. Even by the time you get the job, she's still on you, and she'll be telling you, you need to do more, you need to do more, you need to do more. And that's how a coach supposed to go. Now, let me go back to Irene. Now, after the whole class and all kinds of stuff and everything, and I'm still lacking. Like, I didn't get this thing right, though. Coach, what am I supposed to do now? Would you have any provision for us, people who are slow?
So in class, there's a post I have on Instagram that I said the biggest challenge for me as a coach is to have different types of people in class and make sure that they are on the same level. But for me, it's a skill that I think I have and I'm very proud of. I have people that have PhD in my class. I have people that have medical doctors in my class. I have people with no computer experience, like literally no computer experience.
Wow.
But I've designed a proven method, and my students can attest to it. And they will be in the free session on Saturday to talk about it, where everybody will be on the same level. Now, if I think that I need to give you a special attention, I would be so happy to schedule 1 hour, even if it's every week, separate from the class. I do that. But I notice that I never have people coming to me for that. Because for some reason, the method I put in class helps. One thing that I do, one trick that helps is that I pair people into small teams in class. A mix of people that I think are very good and people that are struggling, and then they have their own meetings and they have group projects, and then they help each other. And then they also form a bond, which when they come to class, everybody seems to be fine. And that makes me happy.
Good.
Right.
Fantastic. Yes.
I want to touch base on something you said before this question. You did say, people on the job get assistance. Just yesterday, I was talking to a student who just got a job last week. And the first set of assignment they gave to her, she was laughing. She said, Irene, this is what we did in class. And I'm just so proud of myself that I can shine. That's one. Two, she was employed as a BA and Scrum Master at the same time. And that's her first opportunity. But then I scheduled a 1 hour session with her every week to help her. I know she can do it, but I want her to work, shine. So we will come up with a structure and a system that by the time she's done with them, they will promote her. So I never leave people alone. I touch base with my students. I make sure I work with them. If they feel unsettled, there are many times where you have students tell me, when I get the job, I will pack my load and come to your house. You won't. And more often than not, they get on the job and then they try it, because every tool they're using at work, everything that they are asked to do, we've done them in class already. So it's almost like they are just repeating what they've learned already.
Fantastic. Now, let me also answer these few questions that I've got. Now, if you are based in Nigeria, you can join the class also, because you can get a job anywhere. All right, in Nigeria, they're hiring people also in Nigeria also. And then you never know. One day you're going to relocate to the US or to Canada or to the UK. You won't have to take the class again. So you already have it. You know it, and you just enter straight to the workforce just like that. And then you start working and getting the money. Somebody's asking for the phone number. The phone number is streaming at the bottom of the screen. You'll see it there. Look at the bottom of that screen. You see a telephone number going. All you need is just to write it down. Write it down. If I can get somebody that is listening to me to just type that number into the comment box for me, please do that, because some people, they just don't see nothing. I don't know why. I get a little angry when people are asking me something that is so simple like telephone number that is already on the screen. I don't understand. Okay, please, I need you to take this seriously. Look at the bottom of the screen. The telephone number is there, +160-881-8366. Thank you, Titilayo. That's the telephone number right there at the bottom of the screen. Write it down. Don't miss it. Please, I'm begging you right now, don't miss this opportunity that is being given to you. A lot of you guys will believe you are not ready. You are ready. All right, your mates are buying houses, your mates are buying cars, your mates are saving money. I came across one guy that just bought a house, and the guy said, "Dr. Shola," I said, "What?" Said, "I bought a house of 800,000 and I put down $450,000." I said, "Cash?" He said, "Yes." I was like, "Where did you
Yeah.
get that kind of cash from?" And this guy is into IT, and IT is actually what the whole world is going to turn into eventually. All right, even if you're a doctor or you're a nurse, you have to have the understanding about IT because it's going to be useful for your job at the same time. So at this moment, I want you to do one thing. Oh, please. I showed you guys a video the other day. Chinese wanted to get the trophy. They had to build a bridge. They got there. Americans want to. America want to get the trophy. You know what they did? They had to jump. They got there. When it was the turn of Africans, they knelt down. They were praying. They were praying, and then when they took a step, they fell inside the ditch. Please. You see, nobody's saying it's bad to pray, but you see, you have to have a foundation. And the foundation is going to be the training that Irene is going to give to you. I trust this woman. I'm telling you, we have been having a relationship now for some time that she has been coming on my show, and I've been hearing good news from all the students. I'm telling you, this is the time for you guys to step your game up. You want to boost your monthly income from $3,000 to $10,000. I'm telling you, all within 3 months, 4 months. You can get there. You are working right now. You have a job you're doing right this moment. Let me tell you this. You can do the training on the side. You just work yourself very hard. Don't just be sleeping. If you sleep every day, 7 hours every day, you are sleeping your life away. Take time to wake up in the middle of the night to study because you're going somewhere. Don't be doing security job because some people are in Nigeria that wants to take your money. You are not the savior of Nigeria. Hello, the ones in Nigeria, without your money, they will survive. Okay, so many of you are doing security job right now, driving Uber and doing factory job because you believe somebody in Nigeria, my parent too, my uncle. You are the one sending your uncle's children to school. You are paying school fees for your uncle's children and you are nothing. It's time for you to boost your own life to become somebody before you can help other people. If you don't have it, you can't give it. You're only struggling right now to do what you're doing, and I'm telling you, it's going to weigh you down. Before you wake up, you're going to be 65 years old and 70 years old, and you're still going to be living off of $3,000 a month. That's not going to do nothing for you. Let me tell you, by the time you become 65, 70, you can't work no more like you used to do it. Or maybe you want to be a meter and greeter at Walmart. They only pay them $7 an hour, and you stand on your feet for 6, 7, 8 hours, shaking people and helping people to carry their bags. So that is why this is important. Now, when you're talking about the BA class, it's a very simple stuff that you can run into. And I'm going to let Irene explain to you how tough this class is or how easy this class is, all right? So that you can get yourself prepared for this. So, Irene, how tough is this class? Is it very difficult like you studying medicine?
No. Actually, in this part of the world, things are not that complicated, right? It's really just common sense. I tell my students, just trust this 12 weeks program. Focus on everything I teach you, behavioral, technical, everything I teach you is just going to be common sense when you get on the job. When you get on the job, you're just applying yourself as a person. Now, when I say product management, and I'm going beyond business analyst training, I'm teaching them 3 in 1, right? They are going to come out as product owners, they're going to come out as scrum masters and business analysts. What do these 3 people do in common? They just build and enhance an already existing product. Facebook is a product. We want to add a new live channel that would stream to Instagram as well. That's a business problem. How do you go about it? Those are some of the things I would teach in class, and it's really just common sense and applying yourself. There is no coding, there is no technical thing. It's almost just typing, writing, and critical thinking. And like I said, we Nigerians are really smart, right? We've gone through a lot back home. We come here, this is just easy. Thinking out of the box, coming up with concepts, coming up with ideas. is not a complex thing. And like you said, when you get on the job, you would always get a support. Like you would always get people that you can talk to, you can ask questions, and they never leave you on the job. So if you need any information to help you solve a current business problem, there are like five, six people that will actually give you that information free of charge. So what I teach in class is how do you get on the job and identify who to speak to give you what you need, right? How do you get on the job and know how to use the tools that your company will actually be using? So I buy licenses, I give my students these licenses, and that's all we do in class. It's 100% practical. So they are actually using the tools. We are using a product. We are picking an actual real application, and we are solving business problems back to back. At the end of the training, they must have finished at least 3 or more products that they can actually apply themselves with, and even say in an interview or talk to a recruiter about it.
Mm. Well, I've been struggling for a while now. All right, I don't have green card. I don't work. I don't have work authorization. I don't have nothing. All right, that's why I'm working under the table, and that's why my life is kind of like miserable. But I'm listening to your show right this moment. Is there anything that could be done for me, even though I do not have all these documentations?
Yeah, so I usually tell people that the only thing you need to worry yourself about is the laptop when you come to my class. People that tell me they have zero experience, I have grandmothers and grandfathers in my class. There are some people that have never even touched a computer. But because of how I have designed the program, you will use a computer. And I would scale your use up to a point where you look back at your project and you'll be shocked. You'll be like, and I've seen that expression a lot. I take a pause sometimes and I say, guys, go to your conference page. Tell me how you feel. And they say they can't even believe they did that. Because they don't even notice that they are building stuff. I take a topic, I teach that topic, introduce the application that they need to use, and then they build it themselves as an assignment every Thursday I give that assignment. And after like 2, 3 weeks, they look at the project and see what they've been able to build, and they are surprised. By the time we do that 2, 3 times, there is no way they will go to an interview and they can't tell a recruiter what they are doing on the job as a PO or a Scrum Master or a BA.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm talking
So
about
you
people
don't
who
need
are
to
not
worry.
documented. I'm talking about people who are not
Oh, people
documented.
that are not documented,
Yeah, is there
you
anything
need a work
done?
authorization. You
Okay.
need a work authorization because unlike how we do other small jobs, you need to actually have a work authorization to work in any
But in
Western
case
world.
I'm trying to get myself ready and get myself prepared for the time I'll get that, is it possible for me to take your class first,
Yes.
and then by the time I get my green card and work authorization, I could actually be able to get a job?
So I have a couple of people like that. They just take the training and they attend the whole thing. And then when they are ready, some of them, the time is such that their paper comes out and then they're able to work immediately. So it's just timely. Some people just do it, and when they get their documents, I give them a full refresher. And then they are able to get back on track. So whatever works for them, I advise them beforehand, hey, you can't work without documents. But if you do it, I can always give you a one-on-one prep for when you're ready.
When you're ready. All right. I'm from Africa. I'm from Ibadan. And my Nigerian accent is so thick. And that's why I'm actually a little afraid. Will I be talking to people when I'm walking, or I'm just going to be walking in front of my computer? Will my accent be a kind of a stumbling block along my way, or what? How do you advise me?
So I will start by saying our accent is beautiful. The way I speak here is how I speak. I actually work. So just so you know, the way I speak now is how I speak in work, and I never want to change my Nigerian accent. And I so appreciate it when they tell me, "Oh, that accent looks good. Where does it come from?" People actually appreciate us when we don't try to copy. Some people want to like change their accent to speak phonetics, but my accent has never been an issue. In fact, it has been more of an appeal. So never think that you should put yourself down because of your accent. You speak clearly than some other places. I don't want to call their names, but just know that be yourself, know what you're doing, know what the stuff you're made of. You're really smart people. Your accent has nothing on you. So in fact, see it as an advantage than something that's going to pull you back.
Okay. I just want you guys to know this. If you're outside of the US, you're in the UK, you're in Nigeria, you're wherever, it doesn't matter where you are. She is gonna take you. So especially those ones that are in the UK, You guys can go ahead and apply. You are in Canada, you can go ahead and apply for it. There's a friend of mine who is actually based in Canada, and the job he got is actually a job here in the US. All right.
Yeah.
So you can get a job anywhere at any point in time. And then when you're talking about full remote, yes, there are some jobs that you can get that's going to be full remote. There's some that will be like 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. It depends. So the companies are going to actually dictate that. All right. The very first step you need to do before you start asking maybe it's full remote or not is for you to first of all get the training. All right, be able to take interviews and get the job. So when you get to that point, you can now dictate when you are actually feeling when you're creating an account with Indeed or Monster.com and all of that stuff, and put it up there that you want full remote. So they only call you when that's who they want to hire. Okay.
Yeah.
So and if you want to
And
work in the
come in
office,
there.
just put it there. Yes, ma'am.
So on LinkedIn, and you can feel free. If you come on Saturday, I'll show you. You can actually filter jobs based on only remote, hybrid, like whatever it is you want, and you would see all the jobs that fall in that category. I'm currently remote, right? There are people that are hybrid, but that's not a big deal. Like 1 or 2 days a week. You actually appreciate it when you go into the office sometimes because it's
Yes.
usually more fun. So I do get into the office sometimes, staying at home. But all of the opportunities and options are available. Fully remote, hybrid, whatever it is you want, it's
Yeah.
available.
And I always advise people when you're going in newly, I prefer you to go to the office because you'll be able to know what exactly is going on from one department to the other department before it will get to you. So you have that understanding of the flow of the job. Where is it coming from? Who's your manager? You want to see his face or her face like he's a devil. Or if you know he's a devil, so you know how to deal with him. So I always prefer people to go to the office just to work to have better understanding of what they're going into. But if you're going straight to full remote, it's still good because there's going to be like everyday scrum meetings and whatever.
Yeah.
So you see everybody's faces right there on the computer, right there. Now, when you're asking me how much will it cost to register, at this moment I'm not allowed to actually say something about that, but I'm gonna give you guys a code, and that code is Shola, SHOLA. By the time you reach when you get to the Zoom meeting, I'm telling you, just give out the code. You're going to get a discount from whatever it is that the cost of the whole training is going to be. You're going to get a discount from her, that you're coming from me. And I don't want you to worry about anything. The last time she came on my show, there are a couple of guys that went there to register. She actually gave them the opportunity to pay the fee 2 times. Some pay 3 times. It depends on how buoyant you are when it comes to money. So see, guys, this is not a time for you to be looking for obstacles. This is not the time for you to be looking for excuses or whatsoever it is. This is the time you have to grab the bull by the horn. This is the time for you to say, you know what, I'm going all out. I'm jumping this time. God told me something one time. He said, Shola, if I open your eyes to see the kind of host of angels around you, if I tell you to jump, you're going to jump. It's because I'm blind. I couldn't see them. That's why I'm not jumping. But if you're a man of faith, all right, you will know that when God is opening a door before you, the best thing for you to do is to jump in because He will be with you through it all. Don't look at, oh, maybe I don't have money. That's no excuse. Oh, maybe I don't know computer. Don't even think about that one. Oh, I don't know how to speak good English. You don't have to think about that one. They're not looking for your good English. They're looking for, can you do the job? That's what they want. Okay. Oh, and I'm a single mother. It's got nothing to do with this. All right. The issue is that just come. Be bold enough to say, you know what, I am going to challenge myself. I'm going to go through this 8 weeks training, and I'm going to make sure that I, able to get a job. The mindset is what matters. And if you have a very good coach like Irene, I'm telling you, she will take you by the hand and lead you through the whole journey all the way to the end of it. And by the time you even get a job, she's still going to be right there with you because there's a group where all those people, they still chat. Whenever they come into any kind of challenge or whatever, they will always put it right there and she will quickly just respond to them just to guide them and make sure that they are actually on top of their game. Now, Irene, let me ask you this quickly. Now, I'm a married man and I have 3 kids and my wife is CNA. I'm driving Uber, but I'm not making a lot of money right now. And I'm looking at the bills and all kinds of stuff that is on top of my neck and stuff like that. And I'm afraid if I should stop working, it's possible for us to become homeless. What time are the classes scheduled for? Is it going to be night time? Or is it going to be morning time? Is it going to be the afternoon? Can I take my own class, by myself, or do I have to join a group of people?
Okay, that's an amazing question. My class is twice a week, and it's in the night because I'm considerate of people that have this use case. It's 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. EM, so depending on your time zone. But this is one thing that I know that is interesting. After every class, immediately before I go to bed, I send the Zoom recording. So because I have people that have to work at that time sometimes, and they can't catch up real time with all the class. So there is a Zoom recording that I must send that night at the end of every class. That way, if you miss a session, you're able to catch up. And then if you still need help, you can always reach out to me and I will support you. But I always tell my students, if you watch my video, because it's a thoughtful, practical class that I put in mind that not everybody is catching up, not everybody is going to be available. If you watch that recording, you would be absolutely fine. And that is usually the case.
Wow. Have you ever experienced disappointment in any of your students, probably during interviews or probably after they got the job?
I have, so let me tell you where I get disappointed on some of my students. It's interesting. When they finish the training, absolutely excellent. They are doing well. They are so confident. They are so proud. They are ready to get into the job. And then we start 8 weeks interview prep. Dr. Shola, they become afraid. Some of them, they just, I've heard things like, I cannot lie you that I have experience. I've heard things that, like, I don't think I can face a recruiter. I do a lot of groundwork, counseling people, coaching people, but there are some people that are just, they just don't have that drive or that deal or that, I don't, that ability to push themselves. So I struggle with people like that. However, everybody that has gone through the class, the 12 weeks class, the 8 weeks training, and apply all the advice, because I have a team of coach that help me for the interview preparation, and they apply everything. They actually get more than one job. I have some students that have two jobs as we speak, right, doing it at the same time. And nobody has ever disappointed me. Anybody that goes through the whole process, they always just tell me how much I've impacted their life, how much I've blessed them. But the people that sort of shy away or run away, sometimes I have to like literally go in search of them to try and pull them back. I'll give you a use case. There was this lady, she was in my very first class, very smart lady. She was in CNA as well, but she was so afraid. She went through the whole process, the interview prep, and then she just lost confidence and she disappeared. Over a year later, I thought about this girl. I said, this girl was so smart. How can she just disappear? So I said, I'm going to pull her back. I reached out to her and I forced her and I said, I have an interview prep happening. Come and join this class and I want you to get back on track. Guess what? She got a job. She's in shock. She went back to CNA. Can you believe that? After putting all that money and everything, I said, you're too smart to go back to CNA. And then she came back and she got a job. I actually have a testimony I'm going to post on my page. But people like that, I'm usually very proud of them because they pick up themselves and they get that confidence and come back on track. But disappointment, yes, I do experience a couple of them that are afraid to proceed.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Actually, it's kind of like really normal. It's not going to be everybody that's going to pass through and make it eventually. Some people will get afraid eventually. And some people are religious. And I want to quickly open up this quickly. And I want you guys to listen. I need you guys to listen. But don't tell anybody I shared this with you. Don't tell anybody I shared this with you. All right. When I started, this guy told me, he said, we're going to give you 6 years experience. And I started looking from the high of a pastor. Do you want to lie? And the guy looked at me and was like, no, I'm not lying. It's just that we want to get you the job. So do you want the job? I said, yes, I do. He said, just follow my lead. I was like, okay. So when I got my resume back, this guy gave me, I didn't work with this company before. I've never worked with this company before. I've never worked with this one too. How come I worked with them 2 years and this one with 3 years and stuff? This guy's like, Dr. Shola, please, can you just follow my lead? I said, yes, I'm following you, but it seems like my faith is against this. I don't want to get caught. And that was what actually created the fear in me, that how about if they found out that I didn't work at these places? Wouldn't they take me to jail? So the guy now told me, he said 98% of people who got 10 what do you call it? The six-figure salaries today, you see, they started by creating all this. He said, gradually, when you get your first job, you cancel one. Then you get the second job, you cancel the two. And then you have authentic companies that you work for and stuff. He said, it's just like that. It's not like you're lying. He said, he was just trying to convince me. So I was like, okay, I summoned the courage. So I was just there when the interviewer were asking me about my job. I was like, yeah, I work with this company. I work with that. And then they said, okay, yeah, that's good. Do you have your telephone number of your references? I said, yeah, I do. I gave it to them. And then they called the guy, the same guy. They called him. He said, yeah. And that was why they gave me the job. So right now, I know it. You see, sometimes in this life, you need to understand certain things. That you don't want to bring, Christianity into this blindly and say, okay, maybe they're going to lie about my resume or they're going to do this about this and stuff. It's not about lying about it. This is what people do. That's the way it is. And that's how you're going to get the job that you're about to get. Don't tell anybody I actually shared this with you. But I don't want you to be afraid of anything because they are going to package you very well. When you go to your LinkedIn, you're going to see yourself like a superstar. You'll never believe that's you because that's how they package you to get the job that you're about to get. Keep it behind your mind. When you get to the class, let them finish up with the training. By the time they start putting your resume together, it's possible for you to witness something like this, but don't be afraid. Nothing is going to happen right after. Am I lying?
You're not lying. It's just that we need to face reality here.
Reality.
The violence to get it by force. This space is there, and we are
Irene is
going to
quoting
get into
scripture
that
now.
space.
Okay.
That's what I tell my students. I'm like, you're gonna get there. Don't get discouraged. Don't get afraid. That space is there. They will always need us in that space because more products are coming up. AI is coming. A lot of people want to manage products, so our roles will always be available. Don't let this pull you back and lose an opportunity of a lifetime.
Fantastic. And this is it. So let me repeat this real quick. If you want to connect with this is a time right now. There's a discount code, Shola, SHOLA. That's the discount code. I'm telling you, I'm not telling you how much it's going to cost you, but because everybody's going to be not going to be the same. By the time you make a call in and then she'll have a one-on-one with you, she will be able to know what you've done before and then what you're about to do right now. And then she'll be able to give you how much it's going to cost to do this. All right. So, and then let me repeat this quickly. The telephone number for the WhatsApp is on the screen. You're going to see it scrolling at the bottom of the screen. +1 860 881 6366. That's the telephone number right there. Please write it down in case you missed it. All you need to do is just to go to my page on my wall, either on Facebook or maybe on Instagram, even on YouTube. You'll see it right there. There are banners over there that are actually all spread out. You'll see the telephone number at the bottom of those banners and stuff. Or maybe you can reach out to me. Reach out to me. A lot of people have reached out to me this last week, and I've been giving them numbers and stuff like that. Reach out to me that, Dr. Shola, please, I don't want to miss this opportunity for nothing. 2024 is your life. Don't only accept this prophecy that 2024 is for you. All right, you can accept the prophecy, but it's not going to work for you until you walk that prophecy. And to walk that prophecy means that you have to enroll in school and get through with this whole stuff. You don't have to do cybersecurity right now. Cybersecurity is going to take you almost about a year plus to be able to get that one done. IT audit or whatever it is, just push those ones aside for now. Register for this one at this moment. This project management 3-in-1. And I'm telling you, by the time you complete this class, it's going to get you ready to become a Scrum Master at the same time. All right. So I want you guys to, take advantage of this moment real quick. You have a very wonderful coach right here, beautiful, smiling. She's a believer of God. I'm telling you, she's a believer. She's a Christian, and she will be very gentle on you, and she will take you through the old things. She will show you what the mouse will do, what the screening is all about, the softwares that you're going to use and be working with, and she will teach you the language of the business also, so that when you go to take interviews, they will know that you have been in the corridor of that business for a long time. And in case you have any problem, you are free to call her, or you are free to, reach out to her. She'll always be there. One thing about her is this: every time I say hi on WhatsApp to this woman, she will say hi back within the next 1 second.
Everybody, all my students say that about me, no matter the time of the day.
I'm telling you, and that's one thing I love. But me, I'm different. If you say hi to me, I might not respond to you in the next 3 hours because I'm busy talking to couples who are fighting. Don't fight. I will give it to you. I will kill you. So when I'm actually going into that realm, I can respond to all of my text messages and stuff. But Irene is different. Very, very different. If you send a message to her right this moment, and it's not computer that is responding, she's the one responding to it. And she'll respond back to you. Take advantage of this moment, right this moment, and get yourself, to a better position in 2024. Don't let your children ask you, Mommy, how come we are not able to go to Disneyland? There is a friend of mine that the daughter asked him, Daddy, all my friends in school, they've gone to Disneyland. How come we have not been able to go? And the father looked at her, and the guy started crying. And then he shared with me, he said, that was the first time in his life that he got disgraced. Not by outsider, but by his own child. That he couldn't tell this child, I don't have $5,000 to take you guys anywhere. I don't have $2,000 to even spend on you guys. We've been managing all this while to pay bills and put food on the table. I want to put you guys in private schools, but I couldn't afford it. That's why you're going to public school and stuff. So I told the guy, I said, what are you going to do about it? He said, I'm praying. I said, sir, it's not just about praying, sir. I need you to pray. I need you to do something small. Start from a level and start building yourself gradually. And these are the kind of guys, a lot of these kind of people are actually in the society today. You can't take your kids to anywhere. Your children are asking you, how come we're not living in a house? And we're living in an apartment for the past 17 years. That no privacy, no place to play, no freedom. My friends, we've been preventing them from coming to my own house. How come we are not living in a house? And then even your wife is challenging you, how come we're not buying a house yet? And then you're looking up and down, and then you're annoyed that my wife is comparing me with people. No, your wife is not comparing you with people. Your wife is telling you you need a push to do something great in life. And it's not powers and principality that is affecting you. It's your mind that is messing with you. Maybe you are looking at yourself that I'm not adequate. I don't have enough. I don't have the power. I don't understand this whole stuff. I can't speak English. I don't know computer. Now you need to start using computer right now. If you could use your phone, if you're able to use your telephone, you can use a computer. I'm telling you, when you talk about softwares and all kinds of stuff, it has been made simple. All you need is just to know exactly where to go, click all the stuff, the information will come for you. I remember one time they said, oh, there are 2 documents that will come, side by side. I was like, where am I going to get the documents from? So in my head, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be searching for documents, but that's not the case. On the software, all you need to do is just to click what you want to see. They come side by side. And that's it. Very simple stuff that you're going to be able to work with. So don't be afraid. Don't let anything tie you down in 2024. 2024, break that chain, break that shackle. Okay, take that yoke off of your neck and tell yourself, I'm no longer going to be afraid. If I fail, I fail. That means God wants me to fail. But if I succeed, I succeed because God wants me to succeed. But if you don't try it, how will you know maybe you fail or you succeed? Don't let that fear lock you down. In 2024, you can get to that place where you want to get to. Enough of living that life of lies. That you take picture beside a nice Mercedes Benz. That you take a picture beside a nice Range Rover. You take a picture in front of a beautiful mansion. And I'm telling you, because you are imagining it, those things could be yours. All you need is to work very hard and get the right certification, get the right job, and you are going to get the 6-figure salary that will take you to wherever it is that you want to go to. And I'm telling you, if you connect with Irene today, in another 8 weeks, you are going to start smiling a little bit. And then she's going to take you another 12 weeks. And you're going to be smiling a little bit more. And by the time you land that job, you're going to come back and share this testimony with me. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, you're listening right now. The telephone number is streaming at the bottom of the video. +1 860 881 6366. That's the WhatsApp number. All you need is just to send a WhatsApp message. Hello, coach. I need to register for the free session coming on Saturday, Today is Thursday. You have Friday. That's all. If you have to register before the end of tomorrow to be able to get the link to come to the class. So when you
Mm-hmm.
come to the free class, that's where you can ask all of the questions you want to ask, and I'm going to let you know she will answer all your questions. And don't forget, there's a discount code. That's SHOLA. When you get there, you're about to make payment. Just let her know I'm from Dr. Shola. She will give you a fantastic discount. And it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in Canada, you can be in England, Europe, wherever, or in Nigeria, wherever you are. All right, you can as well
Yes.
register for the class. You don't have green card, don't have work authorization, yet. Start start building your portfolio right now. This is the time you start building, so that by the time you actually get your work authorization, you are not going to start from the bottom. You will
Okay.
have gotten to a point that you just enter straight into the system. And to go into this corporate America thing we're talking about is so easy. All you need is somebody that is in there to actually pull
Help
you
you.
in through the window. They pull you in through the window, and bam, you're there. And that will make your life very easy. You get the kind of job you're looking for. You work 8 hours a day, very easy. Very easy eight
Not
hours a
even
day.
up to 8 hours a day.
Sometimes it's not.
Because
It's
there's
not.
almost nothing to do most times. I'm
Sometimes
watching,
nothing to do.
TV.
Yeah, well,
I'm walking
PA,
around the house.
my PA will call me. Was like, Dr. Shola, you're on Instagram Live. I said, are you not working today? I said, I'm working. I said, I'm working. I'm looking at my laptop beside me. Nothing's there. I'm just sitting down there,
Yeah.
just getting free money. Just getting free money
Yeah.
and stuff. So you will be able to do whatever it is you want to do. Your wife will no longer be angry. Your husband will not be angry because you're not supporting. And your children will be very happy because you'll be able to take them on vacation and do things with them. And then your relatives in Nigeria will now see you for real. Whenever you go there, you'll be able to give them support and all kinds of stuff. But one thing I always want to say is that, please, if Irene, if she's able to take you through the journey and you get a job, please, you need to refer other people to her. Don't hide it. Because the
Yeah.
moment you break through, let other people break through also. One rich man among 10 poor people, you are poor yourself. All right. So you need all of the other people around you to be rich as well. So if you are able to get a job through this training, please invite your friends, call your relatives and connect them with the coach. Let her take them by the hand and take them through the journey, so everybody will actually not be depending on anybody. You will be able to depend on yourself and be independent in your life. The moment financial problem is out of the way, I'm telling you, love life is going to be
Yeah.
smooth. When money enter into love, the thing is sweet, past nonsense. Your wife will not divorce you. Your husband will not divorce you. You'll be smiling the way Irene is smiling right now. I'm telling you, the last time she came on the show, she just bought her second or the third house. Just imagine. Just imagine you are still living in an apartment and somebody that came in 5 years ago already have 3 houses. You need to step up right now and say, you know what? I want to call her right this moment. Irene, do you have any closing remark for the people?
I want to say that your life is in your hands, basically.
Yeah.
Every decision you make, it falls back to you.
Mm,
We have a lot of opportunities in this world, and you have to position yourself. God is not going to come down and just gift you stuff. You have to work towards it. You have to have a goal. You have to have a direction, and then opportunity would meet chance. I also
mm,
want to say that it's easy to make money in this country. Um, I know when I came here, of course, I went through all the hurdles, but I had a goal and I knew where I wanted to be. That's where you should start from, having that goal and having faith in yourself.
mm,
The opportunities here are amazing. You don't need work experience, you don't need college to actually get good jobs, right? So position yourself. We have a formula, I think a thought through process that has helped people that have zero experience. They don't even know how to use a computer, and right now they are doing great in their various jobs, making good money and buying themselves houses and taking good care of their family. That could be you as well. But you have to start from somewhere. You have to take that leap of faith. I have
mm,
people that have come to me saying, I don't have money, I'm struggling, but I really want to do this. When I hear the sincerity in them, I come up with a very good structured payment plan just because I want to help people. People that have gone through my class, and you can speak to some of my students, they tell me that, I mean, this is not money because what you're charging is nothing. I put
mm,
myself 150%. just to make sure that at the end of the day, my students come out good. And I have sleepless nights thinking of each and every one of my students, making sure that indeed they come out good and come out great. So please change your life, have a different perspective, and try to position yourself for greatness.
Wow, this is fantastic right here. And before you guys go, let me share this testimony that will actually help you to take that bold step. I left I left Oklahoma where I was working with Slumberjay. I was making a lot of money there in stuff. But I left when God called me. I made a big mistake. The prophet that connected me he told me I got to quit my job to go into full-time ministry. So I left Oklahoma in 2009 to move to New York to become a full-time pastor. I went from $15,000 a month to earning $1,000 a month in the church. And I struggled with $1,000 for almost about 9 years. 9 years, I was just making $1,000 a month, $1,000 a month. So I was kind of like on the side, was doing some little stuff just to be able to get a little bit of money, income coming in for me. But it wasn't that much. But I was just managing myself. I couldn't buy the kind of car I want to drive. I couldn't live where I wanted to live because they gave me a house on top of the church. So I lived there for a very, very long time before I got another house that is 3 bedrooms and stuff. And then eventually my wife came in and I found out that this is not going to be the kind of business I should be doing because by the time your wife will come in, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you, the kids, a lot of pressure on you. And, I had to start thinking about it. So we moved from New York to Houston. While I was in New York, people won't share nothing with you. You will see people just doing their thing. They won't share opportunities with you. They won't share the secret of what they're doing with you. When I got to Houston, that was the first time I heard about anything called IT. The first time. And that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. The first time I heard about IT, Houston. And then I was just wondering in my head, how do I go into it? Do I have to go and take computer engineering course? Do I have to go and do one thing? Do I have to go back to the college and stuff like that? So I was wondering. So I wasted 6 months or just thinking, brainstorming, and all kinds of stuff. So I went to Dallas one time, and I met a guy who today now is a very close brother to me. And he asked me, he said, Dr. Shola, what have you been reading? I said, I've been reading Bible. And he said, Bible? He said, no, you need to start reading something different. So he gave me ideas of what to do, this and this and that. And that was how he took the first class with me in my living room. And it was mixing the whole stuff with Yoruba so I will understand. And stuff, So I was like, this is difficult. This sounds like magic. This stuff. But it was like, no. It was just pushing me. At the end of the day, he put my resume in together and all kinds of stuff. That was 2 years ago. And I got the job 2 years ago. Then he took another class with me. Then I did the Scrum Master at the same time. I've been this guy earning $1,000, but I'm on social media. Everybody believe that this guy is rich because when they see me on social media, they say, "Oh, Pastor Jola, Pastor Jola, Pastor Jola." They believe that the name is the money. The name is not. The money wasn't there. My pocket was empty. My bank account was red at that point in time. And stop. I was just coming on social media to do my thing, and the social media was kind of like really giving me joy. So it's making me to look away from my empty account and stuff. But how long am I going to do this? So a time came, Facebook started paying me and stuff like that. I was just using that money to actually enjoy myself a little bit. So I got the job. Between 2 years, that was last year and this year. If I show you what God has done, what He has done in my life, you will not believe it. You won't even believe it at all. I couldn't do a lot in Nigeria. And this time I'm talking to you right now, I have a mansion that's almost completed in Nigeria. And I'm telling you, every time I show people the picture, they're like, and stuff like that. You're talking about a lot. You're talking about, over 200 million naira worth of a property. And that wouldn't have happened. I didn't mean I continue to do reading Bible and praying and all kinds of stuff. So right now, I'm actually so fired up right this moment that I want to do more of these so that I can get to a point whereby when I retire, because I started late, when I retire, I can go sit down and be able to enjoy the fruit of my labor. Don't wait like I waited. Don't miss your time. Don't waste your time. All right? This is the time for you to grab the bull by the head. You are not too old to take this class. You can be 50, you can be 55, you can be 60. This is a good opportunity for you. There is no one that is too young and no one that is too old to go into this. When you go into this, you will come back and thank me. So don't forget, you want to get in touch with Irene and sign up. The telephone number is +1 860 881 6366. Don't make the call. Send a WhatsApp message. She will respond instantly. And by the time she will respond to you, she'll take you to the group where you can ask all the questions. And by Saturday, there's going to be a free class for every one of you. A free class for every one of you. So please, make sure that
I've been responding to a lot of people already.
A lot of people already. See what I'm saying? All right. So you go ahead and send your own WhatsApp message also, and then she will definitely lead you to where you're supposed to be. So I really appreciate every one of you for coming on the show with me today, and I pray that as you go into this training, you're going to succeed. You will come out. You will come out with great and mighty testimonies in Jesus' name. So Irene, thank you very much for coming. I want to do something. We're going to come back on Instagram alone, probably after the free class. Before the class will start, so that we can actually give them updates and then about what happened during the free class, and then we can get more people to come in. I appreciate that. So thank you very much for always being there. And God bless
thank you for always having me.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining my live show today. I will definitely come back later to give you guys another fantastic bobo that I have right now looking for relationship. All right. So stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later by the grace of God. Bye.
Man of God, LT. Woo! Come on now. Alágbára lọ́lọ́run mi o, ọba mímọ́. Olórí ẹlọ́rẹ̀. Akọ́dá aṣẹ̀dá mẹ́ta ọlọ́wọ́ gbọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ sí gbọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ lọ́sẹ̀. Onye mọ̀rọ̀ kù yẹ sámọ́ bù túkú ọmọ mọ́. Ẹlẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ló bàbá mi sí gbẹ̀nu ó ní aṣọ ọ̀la o. Ọ̀pá lè mẹ́mọ́ ọ̀lẹ́ lè mẹ́mọ́ kí ibù o. Ọlọ́run mi, hey, let's go. Èmi kò lè ṣe, kẹ́mi bá yí Olúwa o. Èmi kò lè ṣe. Kẹ́mi bá yí Olúwa, óyá, bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbàlagbà, óyá, bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbà, óyá. Kẹ́mi kò lè ṣe, kẹ́mi bá yí Olúwa, hallelujah. Èmi kò lè ṣe, kẹ́mi bá yí Olúwa, ó ṣọ́ọ̀jì. Èmi kò lè ṣe, kẹ́mi bá yí Olúwa, nítorí bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbàlagbà. Bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbà òye. Èmi kò lè ṣe, èmi yí Olúwa. What's the chicken? Mama no, yele, listen. 2,000 years ago, he died for my sins. 2,000 years ago, he paid the price for me. He don't even know my mama. Before he died for me, he don't even know my papa. Before he died for me, every caller say, I love you too. They can no praise this God. Every caller say, give me my Olúwa o. Laila, every caller say, give me my Olúwa o. Bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbà. Alánú mi ló jẹ́, bàbá mi ló jẹ́, Ọlọ́run àgbà òye. Ẹ ti sè. Èmi kò lè ṣe, èmi máa yí Olúwa o. Hallelujah.